A couple of years ago, I attended the very first Sin North America conference in Atlanta, Georgia, and I really went because my senior pastor had invited me to go along. And while I was there, I just began to feel God placing a burden on my heart for church planting, and particularly in the western part of the United States. It was really eye-opening to see how few churches there were in other parts of the country. And so I just began to pray about that, and I really began to feel more and more as time went on, like God was calling me to be a part of church planting. I didn't really know when or know how. I just knew that God was calling me in that direction. And so God has opened that door, and He's really laid it on my heart to go to Phoenix, Arizona. And there's very few evangelical churches in Phoenix, Arizona. And so I just really feel like this is what God has placed on my heart, to go and be a part of a church planting movement where hopefully we will see many more gospel-centered evangelical churches spring up in the Phoenix area. I'll be serving as a church planting catalyst apprentice. So for the next 2 years, I'll have the apprentice title, which means I'll kind of be learning from some guys who are already in this job and doing it really well. And I believe that God is calling men from all around the country to come to the Phoenix area and plant churches. And so my responsibility will be to walk those men through the process of going through the assessments and praying through their calling, identifying a part of the city where they feel like God has called them to plant, and then also help them align partner churches. It'd be very meaningful to me to see Alabama Baptist churches come along and partner with what we're doing in Phoenix. I've been fortunate enough to see the influence that Alabama Baptists have had in my life and in the life of many others, and the missions involvement throughout the years. And so I believe that Alabama Baptists have a heart for sharing the gospel to the ends of the earth. And so I think it would be incredible to see Alabama Baptists come along and partner with what we're doing in Phoenix, and be an integral part in supporting these church planters and seeing a gospel movement take place there. As these planters begin to plant churches, it's very important in the early days that they are able to connect with the people in their neighborhood. And so anytime that we can have churches or groups of people come out to Phoenix and work alongside these planters, whether it's knocking on doors, and just greeting people in the neighborhood, maybe it's passing out water bottles in the park, just doing servant evangelism type things, just to connect with the people in the neighborhood, that would be a tremendous help to these church planters. There's several things that you can be praying for. On a personal note, I am married, we have 2 young daughters, and so over the next couple of months we'll be transitioning from living in small town Alabama to be living in Phoenix, Arizona. So it's going to be a big transition for us, and so really would appreciate prayers as we get adjusted to a different environment. As far as the work that I'll be doing, I believe that there's men that God is calling right now to come to Phoenix and plant churches. It says in Luke 10:2 that the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. And so it says to pray to the Lord of the harvest to send more workers. And so that's really the main prayer that I would appreciate Alabama Baptist praying for us, is that God would continue to send workers. Hey, my name's Jesse Powell, and I am a church planting catalyst in Phoenix, Arizona with the North American Mission Board as part of the Sin North America strategy. And I want to invite you as Alabama Baptists to be a part of what we're doing in Phoenix as we mobilize church planters and partner churches to spread the gospel in the Phoenix, Arizona area.